You're watching the TC MMA podcast.
And in this one, you got a middleweight matchup. Actually, it's welterweight. Whenever I see Kelvin Gastelum, I think middleweight. But this is a welterweight matchup. Kelvin Gastelum versus D-Rod Daniel Rodriguez. Check this out. In the welterweight division at UFC Saudi Arabia, you got a good one with Kelvin Gastelum taking on Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez. Gastelum comes in at 18-9. Rodriguez comes in at 17-4. Now, Rodriguez is pretty tall. He's 6'1" compared to the 5'9" Gastelum, but D-Rod is 37. It's hard to believe. It doesn't seem like it. He hasn't been around that long. Gastelum, 32. So Gastelum's still like in the prime. D-Rod 3-inch reach advantage. Both guys stand left-handed. D-Rod doubles up Gastelum, in significant strikes with 7.3 per minute to 3.6 for Gastelum. And both guys under a takedown per round, so expect a stand-up striking affair. But Gastelum, 59% takedown defense, that's not great. Right, he's coming off the loss to Sean Brady by submission. He did beat Chris Curtis by decision and lost a pair of fights in a row to Jared Cannonier and Robert Whitaker, both by decision. So he made his way near the top of the middleweight division, getting some big fights, but, can't get the job done. Take nothing away from him. He's still a really good fighter. D-Rod lost to Ian Machado Gary by first round KO. You'd expect that. Neil Magny submission. You'd almost expect that. But he did beat Li Jingliang, Kevin Lee, that's a big one, Preston Parsons, and Mike Perry. So he won 4 straight before the 2 losses. So expect a very good fight here. I have a hard time going against Kelvin Gastelum in almost any fight. It just seems like he's going to get the job done. He's shorter. He's given up 3 inches in reach. The striking is not there compared to D-Rod, but listen, Gastelum finds a way to win. So it's that tangible to me that makes him the favorite to win this fight. I like Kelvin Gastelum to pull this thing out in any way possible, likely by decision, to move to 19-9 here, welterweight division, UFC Saudi Arabia. And sometimes you hear, obviously, and when I'm doing the predictions, you hear me get into the stats and all these things, but sometimes you just go with a guy you like. And Kelvin Gastelum is a guy I like. I think he gets the job done here. Take nothing away from D-Rod because he's a great fighter as well. But someone's got to win this thing, and to me, that's going to be Kelvin Gastelum on sheer heart.
He's gonna fight, he's gonna fight. Hold your breath till the end of the night. Last fighter call, UFC at its height. Bringing that thunder with all his might. Saying, step up, wanna fight? Hold up, think twice. Gladiator, assassin, reckless, no abandon. Walk through that cage, he'll leave your ass stranded.